My beautiful HVAC community, it is me, Mr. Robinson, aka the Test Man. Everything that is HVAC, baby. And today we got a lovely talking point for today. Let's see what we have here. Okay, this is going to be a good one. Common mistakes that new technicians make, whether it is safety, diagnosing a situation, customer service, paperwork, and etc. So let's talk about that right there. I know when I was a new technician, the common mistakes that I made in the field was not getting all the information. And when I say not getting all the information, it was not talking to the client. A lot of times it starts off with the simplest things. We're not listening to the clients to see what they do on a day-to-day basis of what they do and why their heating and air is not functioning correctly. They could be blocking a return vent. They could be, you know, um, hanging stuff on wires and pulling on things or cutting a breaker off or any different things of that nature, or not using the thermostat correctly. That happens a lot. So I would say being a new technician is learning how to communicate with the client. Definitely that. Also, having the right tools for the job. Being a new technician, sometimes, it's hard out here. We're just starting off, we're making the money, and, we're not investing into ourselves and our brand. Yes, you are the brand when you are a technician. I don't care you work individually by yourself or you work for a company, wherever. At the end of the day, you are the HVAC technician and you are your own brand and your own entity. Your knowledge up here sets you forth to elevate in this HVAC community. So I would say just not having the right tools, and tools make the job, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of new tools out here that can make your job a lot easier. And sometimes being a new technician, we kind of skim from that. We like, oh, well, I'm not making this type of money, and I don't want to spend that $200, that $500 on this or the proper gauges and so on. But you realize in the future, once you spend that money for the tools, is going your stress level is going to go down. That money is all worth it because you're going to get the job done much quicker. It's going to elevate you to your next level. Also, you're going to make more dividends because you're going to be more efficient and you can get more jobs done in a timely manner that makes more money, if you understand what I'm saying. So those things right there helps as well. And I would say being a new technician, having an understanding of the system, of how the equipment works and how the part works, that's going to take you a long way. Learn, and be the knowledge technician. I'm talking about take any course that you can. So much stuff coming out every day, with the new refrigerants, the new heat pumps, the new CC heat pumps, some of everything. Just so much new equipment and more knowledgeable things out here in this industry. Take advantage of that. If you're a new technician, just love to learn. Listen to the veteran guys, what they do, the tricks and trades of how they do everything structured, their job, because it's a reason why they've been doing that job 10 years, 20 years, hell, 30 years. There's a reason for that. So listen to them. Listen to the OGs and veterans out there, ladies and gentlemen. And that would take you along the way. Uh, Also, a lot of mistakes that a lot of new technicians make is they're just in it for the money. And we're going to talk about that. It's sad, but it's safe to say. You got to have somewhat of a passion for this in this HVAC community. And that's why I say somewhat of a passion for this because, you got to enjoy it somewhat. Now, I'm not saying you got to be 100%, you just die hard HVAC guy, like me. I love what I do. That's why I'm in the educational space. I've been a technician for forever because I love it and I have a passion. I'm not saying that every technician had to have 100% passion, but you have to have some type of passion in it before you be great and successful as a new tech, because you're going to learn more because you have a passion for it. You want to elevate and get to that next level, and the money will follow. So you have that, is you're just in it just to make a quick buck or two. This may not be for you, you know. But if you're in it and you enjoy what you're doing, you like this world, this HVAC community, you like talking about HVAC, you like seeing new systems, you like learning new tools and how things work and this heating and air space, you will go a long, long way when you just not focus on the money. The money is going to come. Trust me. There's so many guys out there, and I know y'all started off making this, and y'all was at the bottom of the barrel, and y'all wasn't making no money, no dividends at all. And once y'all got that passion, that in your spirit, and you enjoy what you did, and you went to boom, 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 putting in the work, you notice that check when get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're like, oh, wow, I'm really making some money out here in this HVAC community. So you have to have a passion for it. And just like I said, reiterate, get the right tools, invest in yourself because you are the brand, not just your company. You are the brand. You are the sales guy with that. When you're a technician, you're selling product, you're selling equipment, and you are taking care of that family. Whether it's a cold day, whether it's a hot day, you are doing that. So you are the brand. Tuck that shirt in, look professional, represent us in this HVAC space, because we are those doctors when it comes to the heat and air. Now, you had a doctor come in the room and he's looking trash. You're like, oh, you're not going to work on me today. You're not going to do that surgery on me today, because I take pride in myself. So take pride in what you do as a technician, as a new technician, and learn. So get your knowledge, your tools right, have a passion in it, and you're going to go a long way. I promise you that. You'll definitely go a long way with that, whether you're getting the next certification, whatever you're doing, reading a book, watching stuff on YouTube, talking to the veterans in your space, you're going to go a long way. So as always, let's put one foot forward, let's elevate, let's motivate, and let's be the best technician for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it.